Welcome to Operation American Dream TV. I'm Clinton Jordan, retired Air Force fireman, realtor, and your proud host. Today we're celebrating the incredible contributions of our military veterans and the organizations who support them. We'll uncover the heart and soul of our communities with insights from those who have walked the walk. Join me as we showcase the hidden gems, shape powerful stories, highlight amazing people, and celebrate the spirit and heroes of our nation. I hope that through these stories you find inspiration, a deeper appreciation for our heroes, and a renewed sense of pride in the remarkable resilience and spirit of our military, veterans, and those who support us. I'm Clint Jordan, and this is Operation American Dream.
We now have visual on target.
Welcome to the American Dream, a real show, not a reality show, positive media for a change.
Birds are in the sky.
Shining a light on the incredible people and organizations making moves for our cherished veterans.
Operation successful.
Welcome to Operation American Dreams, where we get to celebrate our veterans in the communities they live in. Hi, I'm your host, Daniel Padilla, retired Chief Warrant Officer, here to tell you about Team Red, White, and Blue. Let's go. When I retired from the United States Army after a 21-year career, I felt lost. I felt disconnected from my community until I found Team Red, White, and Blue, where I got back involved and made so many friends here in our local community. Today I get to introduce to you Mr. John Reyes, our state coordinator for Team Red, White, and Blue and a Purple Heart recipient. And along with Mr. John McLaughlin, an active duty soldier here at Fort Carson, going to share their stories about Team Red, White, Blue. Let's go. Today I get to introduce you Team RWB State Coordinator, my friend, Mr. John Reyes, a combat veteran and a Purple Heart recipient. Hey John, thank you for being here with us today. Can you please share with us what your role and responsibilities are with Team RWB as the State Coordinator?
Yeah, Dan, hey, great to be here. Like always, great seeing you, right? We're local. We, as a state coordinator, we have nationally about 200 chapters nationally, right? Every major city, just about every major city has a chapter. Colorado itself has 2 chapters, one up in Denver and one here local in Colorado Springs. These chapters are ran by volunteer leaders, and we give them the leadway to create whatever events they want to do. It could be dodgeball, rucking, I got a ruck on, hiking, functional fitness, you know all about the functional fitness stuff.
Yep.
So we ensure these chapters consistently going to have these members attend these events.
So John, tell me, how many members do we have in the state of Colorado?
I'm gonna estimate about 4,000 members.
So John, Team Red, White, and Blue is free for both civilians and active duty and veterans to join. Tell me, how does somebody join Team Red, White, and Blue?
To join Team RWB, like you said, is completely free, right? We do have an app, Team Red, White, and Blue app, so whatever app store you got, just type in Team RWB, and it'll pop up. You'll join. When you join, and once it's downloaded and everything, right, you put in your basic information. It's your name, address, whatever, right? Say, for instance, your address ends with Colorado Springs, you'll automatically be populated into that chapter. So you'll see all the local events, and that's where all the events are populated by the volunteer leader.
John, thank you so much for sharing Team RWB's mission with us today, but more importantly, thank you for your service to our great countries.
And thanks for having me in this park, man. This is a beautiful park.
Wonderful. Best of luck to you. Thank you. Today we're with Sergeant First Class John McLaughlin, who is a member of Team Red, White, and Blue here in Colorado Springs, who is an active duty service member here at Fort Carson. And we're so excited to meet you here, John. And I just want to ask you, why did you join Team Red, White, and Blue?
So I am working on getting out of the Army about 4 years, and I wanted to start getting more involved with the veteran community now, so I've got it established before I transition out of the Army.
So John, can you please tell me how Team RWB's values align with your own personal and military values?
Yes, so more recently I've been trying to get more involved in my local community, really pressing fitness and mental wellness, and that's something that's I hold dear to my heart, and definitely want to get my family involved, and just really spread the word of the organization and try to spread my reach and network a bit.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that, John.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me and learning about Team Red, White, and Blue here in Colorado Springs. Until next time, I'm Daniel Padilla, retired Chief Warrant Officer. Look forward to seeing you on the ground.
Operation American Dream. We're your hosts, Nichole Diemert and Sydney Griffin. We're here in Fernley, just 30 minutes away from Reno, Nevada. Today, join us as we present Reach Across America here in Fernley. Their mission, remember, honor, teach. I am here with Rich Crombie, president of the Nevada Veterans Coalition. Hi, Rich. How are you today?
Oh, great. That's a wonderful turnout today for our event.
Tell me a little bit about Reach Across America.
Well, it's their annual event, Reach Across America, happening as we speak now across the country and all the U.S. territories. 4,300 installations will lay about 3 million wreaths. And today in our cemetery, we have about 8,300, and we got a lot of folks out here doing it.
Yeah, this is a great turnout.
Yeah,
I'm really impressed here.
Considering the weather that we've had, it's cold. It's kind of typical Nevada in December, cold and a little windy and rain, but they came out, they endured, and it's all about honoring vets.
And when was this started?
1992.
1992.
It all started, back in Maine, a wreath company who still provides the wreaths, by the way. They said, we need to go to Arlington National Cemetery and lay wreaths, and it began then.
Rich, so you're the president of the Nevada Veterans Coalition. Tell us a little about what you do.
Well, since 2009, we've had an honor guard put together, and actually the group was put together in 1992, actually, 2 years after this cemetery opened here in Fernley. What we do, our main mission is to make sure veterans receive the military service that they deserve when they get interred into this cemetery. So a lot of times families will come and they say, hey, I have a veteran, I want him, he's buried in this hallowed grounds. But they want to have a nice, authentic, meaningful service to honor their veteran. And so we provide a service that's really nice. I mean, we do flag presentation, play taps, we sing Amazing Grace, we do the rifle volley of 3, we escort the remains and the family to the interred site. And it's all, again, it's a full military service. It's been endorsed by the Department of Defense, the United States Army. We even got an award from the Gary Sinise Foundation. So it is the real legit thing. The other part of it is to honor veterans in any other ways that we can, like Reach Across America or Memorial Day. And then for the present, it's about teaching. We like to teach the young. So we'll go to school assemblies. We'll talk about veterans and what it's like to serve and what it's like to, to honor your country and those who serve in the military. And so we want them to grow up understanding. Maybe they'll be in the Navy or Army themselves one day.
Yes.
And, and years from now, they may be interred in a facility like this. And they would like to know that they too, will get the honors that they deserve.
And that is when you've mentioned the Honor Guard. That's kind of what that is.
Yeah, exactly. And the Honor Guard, anybody, any group, organization that wants an Honor Guard, we've gone to baseball games, we've gone to functions, dinners, different events in town or wherever it happens to be. They put a request in and we show up and, proudly display the American flag, the state flag, the POW, anything that's, applicable.
Yeah.
And we have an Honor Guard that's specifically does just the colors. And those are the ones that will also do the services.
Awesome.
So we'll come out in full Class A uniforms and perform the services.
Yeah.
And so a lot of our folks are interchangeable. They'll do one thing and the other. And then sometimes we just have volunteers that will come on like a day like today to set up the raffles and set up the tables for the coffee and that kind of thing. They're still members. They may not be in the Honor Guard, but we need the help no matter what.
Somebody like me, am I able to join the Honor Guard?
We have a uniform that'll fit you.
Oh,
absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
You don't have to be a veteran.
No, you don't have to be a veteran. That's it's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. A lot of people think that you do because it is a veterans coalition. No, you just have to be a patriot. You have to love your country and honor your military. And it doesn't matter, young, old, in the middle, men, women. We have them all. We have non-vets in our group. And so anybody can join. It's really easy to do. We teach you, we show you what to do, we give you the uniform. It's easy.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you for asking, of course, having me.
Thank you for joining us today at Operation American Dream with Wreaths Across America. Don't forget, there are plenty of ways to help, from donations to volunteering to just helping to spread the word. We're your hosts, Sydney Griffin and Nichole Diemert. Join us next time.
The story of America is written in the lives of those who have served and now in the communities they live in.
Welcome to Operation American Dream, where we honor the sacrifices of our veterans and share their stories. I'm your host, Teresa Sage.
And I'm your host, Will Sage, a retired Air Force veteran. Today, we're looking at the Radich family, Chad and Christy Radich, who were born and bred here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, who have turned 2 businesses into a thriving legacy.
That's right. They founded Future Scholars Learning Center and Crooked Litter CrossFit. They really have turned their service to their community and to their life. Let's go meet them.
What it is that's special about here and how that turned you into the man you are today and eventually joining the Marine Corps.
Yeah, so I don't think most people realize just how special South Mississippi is. They move here, they visit, or the military PCS is here, and they realize that there's a special hidden gem down here on the coast.
Sure.
And this place obviously laid the foundations for who I am today. One thing my parents did for me to help shape who I am at a very young age, they told me, I think I was about 10 years old, and they said, however much money you have saved, when it's time to buy a car, we'll match it. And that lit a fire under me and developed a work ethic in me that was unmatched by really anybody I knew.
Yeah.
Anything I could do after that, from washing cars to ended up getting a job at a go-kart track, any way I could make money, cutting grass, you name it, I was doing it at this point in time. At some point, I started dating Christy, obviously, and I think that was about 9th or 10th grade.
It worked out.
It did, and her dad, I don't know if I've ever known a person that works harder than that guy, and we would work from the crack of dawn until dusk, 6-7 days a week, and I think part of that was his plan to not only make money but keep me away from Christy at the same time.
Did he pay you good?
He did pay me pretty good.
What lessons did the Marine Corps teach you that have rolled over into the business?
The Marine Corps taught me discipline, taught me how to follow through and do what needed to be done. They also taught me a lot about leadership. You know, we have 70-something employees, at Future Scholars Learning Center. We have 15 or so coaches now at Crooked Letter CrossFit, and just strong leadership. I feel like when you hire the right kind of people and you have the right leadership in place, that the sky is the limit. You can, you can do magical things or special things.
Christy, tell me, what led you to open Future Scholars Learning Center?
Me and Chad have always wanted to open a business, and we were stationed here at Keesler Air Force Base, and I was teaching at the Albertville Elementary School. We began thinking, what are we going to open? Because we only got a couple years left until he gets out. And with my education and love for children and my background and the skills that he learned in the Marine Corps, childcare, a preschool would be wonderful, because we also had 2 children in childcare, and it was hard to see the childcare centers on the coast that met our standards. So we were like, we could do it way better. So we began preparing and researching and opened our first Future Scholars in 2012.
Okay, so I can tell a lot more than childcare happens here. Tell me a little bit about that.
I think the number one thing is we have a wonderful staff. All of our staff, we have over 70 ladies, 3 locations. Almost every single one of them, they're either experienced in childcare for years, or they have their CDA, which is their Child Development Associate's degree. Everybody CPR first aid certified. Everybody goes through a background check, child abuse registry check. Our teachers are, really teaching children here, and our curriculum just provides a place where kids can thrive academically, socially, emotionally, and it helps families feel supported every step of the way.
What is it that makes Crooked Letter CrossFit stand out in what is a very, very crowded fitness market?
A number of things, actually, but probably number one would have to be the community. We have a melting pot of different ages, abilities, races, religions, ethnicities, occupations, and obviously we represent our 4 branches of the military in here. Second, without a doubt, it's got to be our amazing facility. This place is 13,500 feet. We have recovery areas, multiple different programs. And lastly, for sure, is our coaching staff. Super experienced, super hands-on, and they can meet you at your fitness level and take you where you need to go.
Chad and Christy's story is about resilience, service, and community, which really are the values of the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
From the Marine Corps to 2 thriving businesses, they have built quite the legacy here in South Mississippi. Here is to my brothers and sisters in arms.
And those who love them.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Kirkpatrick, and I'm your American Dream TV host. We're here today at the Be the Light nonprofit event for the foster children of Winslow County. Let's go check it out. How are you? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for hosting this amazing event.
Thank you for coming and shedding some light on us.
That's awesome. I wanted to check with you to see what started this.
So Be the Light was a community collective. In 2015, an intern, she is somewhere in this room somewhere working right now, she put a Facebook call out just on social media saying, hey, I need some goodie bags. So I started with making about 250 goodie bags. In 2018, I got to go to the party. I realized that there was a need for a great celebration. So 2019 began what we call Be the Light.
And who are we celebrating?
Children in foster and kinship care.
How many kids typically come to this event?
150 kids are what we're set up for today.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how do you get all of these donations?
There was a nurse, a couple of nurses who called me and said, they were friends of mine who said, hey, what could you say? What could you use? And I said, that there's at least one present for each kid. And they said, well, I can make an Amazon wish list. So we made an Amazon wish list, and the first year we had 1,000 gifts come in.
It's amazing.
So
absolutely
now
amazing.
that's just kind of the bar that we set. So
how many volunteers do you think it takes to pull off this event?
Probably, I guess, 2,000 to 3,000 people.
Is this a whole year-long thing that you are pretty much working on nonstop?
Yep. In October, we really get started. We get the ages of the children, and then we create the Amazon wish list from that.
So awesome.
So that's how all of this stuff comes to be, is from that Amazon wish list.
And when you're getting all of these donations, I see your guys' videos, and I think it's so awesome how you're constantly and consistently updating the community on what is needed, and people are just jumping right in to make it happen.
They really do. Like, if I say that I need something, it shows up. It just shows up. Whatever is needed, this amazing giving community.
I would like to show you or talk about these letters over here that you have the kids fill out.
So letters to Santa, every child can fill out a letter to Santa. I'll get the crayons out a little bit and I'll put some on the table. And there's a mailbox to mail those to. And then at the end of the evening, I will clear those and I will give them to DSS. Everything at the end of the night, we will give to DSS, and they will take it back to the Consolidated Health. All of the food will go to first responders.
Hold on, so you said how many kids come to this event?
Somewhere between 150 to 200.
And each one gets 5 to 7 gifts.
Yes.
That is absolutely amazing. It's like your own little Santa workshop here. I love it. I love it.
You like it?
Absolutely amazing. Is there anything that you would like to share that is extra special about this event?
These are our kids. These are our Onslow County kids. And during the holiday, they're not home. And regardless of anything else in the world, I can't get them home. But what I can do is give them a beautiful party and a night filled with happiness and toys and pajamas and music and the Grinch and Santa and beautiful cookies. So there you go.
That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for hosting this amazing event for Onslow County. Can't thank you enough. It's definitely heartwarming to everyone, and to see the community come together for these kids. Thank you so much for joining us today here at Be the Light, the Christmas party for the foster children of Winslow County. Again, my name is Tiffany Kirkpatrick, and I'm your American Dream TV host, and I'm going to go party with the kids.
Hey, I'm Veronica Tessier with Operation American Dream TV. Today we're going to talk with Brian Paul. He is an Army veteran, and he is the founder of Veterans for Life USA. Let's go meet him. So Brian, I really appreciate you having us over. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
My name is Brian Paul, and I was actually raised in Mustang, Oklahoma, not far from here. My primary thing that I was really into growing up was my youth group at the Methodist Church there in Mustang. And so I graduated there and went on to Oklahoma City University. And after the summer of my sophomore year at OCU, me and a buddy decided that we're going to join the military. And we originally decided that we were going to join the Marine Corps. Began volunteering for a couple of years with Smithville, and then was fortunate enough to get hired on full-time with Central Jackson County Fire Protection District. That is when my downhill slide started, and my social drinking became actually a full-blown addiction to alcohol. So I found myself divorced, lost my big beautiful home and my kids for all practical purposes, and became homeless for off and on about 2.5 years. I'm a survivor of 2 suicide attempts. Both were very nearly successful. God had something better for me, and there was something else out there. And so I called my mother, and eventually wound up at English Mountain Recovery in Tennessee, where I stayed for 90 days of intensive treatment. Came out the other side of that and knew that there were other people just like me that had similar experience. My story is just one of thousands of people that have served and have had the struggles. And so I began helping just the person in front of me. And for me, it's 9 years sober as of last week. Now, that's one of our missions, is to let people know what the options are out there. And here in Oklahoma, there's veteran support groups all over the state. It's a big reason why I share my story, is that it removes that shame, guilt, and embarrassment and replaces it with hope, inspiration, understanding, because myself and so many of us have been there. And by sharing our stories, we're giving people hope, and then finally the answers that they need.
And it sounds like you've really taken the opportunity to teach to another level, and you've created the Veterans for Life US, right? Foundation, and you connect people with those resources. So what does that look like? If I'm somebody that really needs that help, how do I even start? How do I get there?
So I would make connection with the person that's struggling, and I would share just very briefly my story, so that a way to identify myself as someone that may, get it, what they're saying. Getting someone comfortable enough to just tell you what's going on. From there, it's just simply matching up their particular situation with the most appropriate treatment partner of ours. We have 3 different outpatient treatment programs that we partner with, that we do have a scholarship program for. Most of us that go through and become first responders, or even just general public, you work at a bank, most of us are trained to see your supervisor.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Go to your captain. If you're struggling with something as personal as your mental health and addiction type issues, or you've got some form of problems with alcohol, whatever it is, you really don't want to see your chain of command. What you want to do is you want to go see your HR person,
okay,
walk in the door, close the door, and tell them the magic words, "I need help," and explain to your HR rep what you need help with. Have that courage to do that. By doing so, that HR rep is locked into federal laws like HIPAA, and that HR person cannot by law go and tell your captain and your crew. And that way, it's that way around the culture of being a firefighter and EMS and police.
You being a nonprofit, how do you make money? How can we help? What can we do to further support your service?
We are financially supported through private donations alone. If you're just a reliable person here in the Oklahoma City area, we always need reliable leader type of people that are doers to help us get things done. We typically do 3 big events a year, so we're looking for sponsorships for that.
Brian, I really appreciate your time and sharing your story. It's been a pleasure talking to you today, and I am looking forward to continue to support and work with you moving forward.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you need services, please make sure that you reach out to Veterans for Life USA. My name is Veronica, and this has been Operation American Dream TV. We'll see you next time.
I'm Clint Jordan, and thank you for joining us on another amazing episode of Operation American Dream. We're dedicated to honoring our military, veterans, the people, and organizations who support them. And a big thank you to our local hosts for building the relationships that make it possible to capture these incredible stories. Let's bring your community stories to life through your lens. I'm Clint Jordan, and this is Operation American Dream.